You have scrubbed that toilet 3 times this week. You have used the blue tablet in the tank, the gel under the rim, the spray that smells like artificial pine, and still, there is that ring sitting just above the water line like it paid rent and has no intention of leaving. The bowl looks dingy before the week is even out. The drain at the base pulls slow on a wet floor day, and somewhere under all of it there is a smell that no amount of spraying seems to reach. You have spent good money on this. Not once, not twice, every single month reliably the way a bill comes in. The little blue puck, just one little puck. The rim gel, it sits right under the rim. The scrubbing powder in the plastic shaker. The tablet you drop in the tank that turns the water a color that looks clean but does not actually do much. You buy them because the shelf is full of them and because the packaging promises you a fresh, clean bathroom. And for a day, maybe 2, things smell better. Then it comes back. It always comes back. Here is what I want you to know before we go any further. There is something you already have or can get for about $2 at any hardware store or grocery. That does more for a neglected toilet than most of those products put together. It is not a cleaning secret. It is not complicated. It is not complicated. Simple white crystals. It is old chemistry that the homestead women in my community used in one form or another long before the cleaning aisle existed. And once you understand what it actually does and why, you will not go back to the shelf. My name is Annie Hemingway. For the better part of my adult life, I kept a farmhouse running on a mountain ridge in the Blue Ridge of Appalachia, a house with hard water, a septic system, and no budget for a plumber unless something was truly broken. The bathroom in that house was my responsibility, the way everything in the house was, and I learned early on that what you pour down a drain or scrub a surface with either helps the system or slowly hurts it. My mother taught me that. She knew the way. Her mother taught her. It's farmhouse wisdom. The women in our hollow did not buy a new product every time something smelled off. They understood what caused the problem, and they fixed the cause. That kind of knowledge is what I pass along here, and it ought to keep being passed down. There is real use in it, not just for one toilet, but for how you think about keeping a house. If that sounds worth your time, go ahead and subscribe. There will be more of this, and none of it is going to cost you much. Tell me in the comments. Have you ever tried anything unusual in your toilet and had it actually work? Or has everything off the shelf let you down? Drop your answer down below and tell me where you are watching from. I read every single comment that comes in. Every single one. Now, the reason most bathroom cleaning does not hold is not that the products are weak. Some of them are strong enough. They are powerful. The reason is that people clean the surface of the problem without touching what is underneath it. A toilet bowl develops that gray-brown ring because of 2 things working together. Hard water leaves behind calcium and magnesium mineral scale that builds up in a thin layer you cannot see at first, but which gives every bit of bacteria and organic matter something to grip onto. The bacteria settle into that rough mineral surface the way moss settles into old stone. Once they are in there, a spray and wipe does not move them. You are cleaning the top of a layer that goes deeper than your cloth can reach. The drain at the base has its own problem, and the tank has another. The tank, the back part that refills after every flush, sits with standing water in it most of the time. If nobody is treating that water, it grows a slow film of bacteria and mineral buildup on the inside walls, on the flapper, on the fill valve. Every flush pulls water from that tank through the rim holes and into the bowl. So if the tank is dirty, it is washing the bowl with dirty water, and no amount of scrubbing the bowl will stay ahead of that. The drain issue is simpler but just as stubborn. It really is a tricky one. Organic matter, soap residue, skin cells, whatever else goes through a bathroom, accumulates in the trap just below the drain opening. It does not block the drain, not at first. It just slows it down slightly. It just slows it slightly and adds to the overall smell. That's the problem. The bacteria living in that trap are contributing to what you are noticing when the bathroom smells off, even after you have cleaned everything you can see. 3 problems. 1, 2, and 3. That's what we're looking at. 3 different locations in the same fixture, tank, rim, and drain, all connected. And nearly every product on the shelf addresses one of them, applied to one surface one time, then rinsed away. What washing powder does, The right kind, used the right way, is sit in contact with all three zones long enough to actually break down what is there. The oxygen in it reacts with the organic matter. It's a deep clean. The alkaline base loosens mineral scale. It works deep below the surface. You are not masking anything. You are removing it. You are changing the chemistry of what is built up, and you are doing it for about $2 a treatment. The key word in that last sentence is the right kind. Pay attention here. Not every powder you see labeled as a washing product is the same thing, and buying the wrong one will either do nothing or leave a residue you do not want in your plumbing. That matters, and we are going to sort it out now. Exactly what to buy, where to find it, what it costs, and precisely what you do with it step by step. What you want is plain oxygen-based washing soda, simple and effective. Not laundry detergent, definitely not that. It won't work the same. Not a scented powder in a bright box, that's for the laundry. Not the kind with enzymes and fabric softener and a dozen other things added in for the washing machine. Plain washing soda, sodium carbonate, which you will find at most grocery stores in the laundry aisle, sometimes labeled as washing soda crystals, for somewhere between $2 and $4 a box. Arm & Hammer makes one that is widely available. It's easy to find. Some hardware stores carry it as well. It's widely available. If you cannot find it locally, any big box store will have it or can order it. The bag or box will say sodium carbonate on the ingredients, and that is all you need to confirm you have the right thing. Do not confuse it with baking soda, which is sodium bicarbonate. There's a difference. Baking soda is gentler and has its uses. But for this job, you want washing soda, which is more alkaline and more effective at breaking down the mineral scale and organic buildup that has settled into your toilet. The difference matters. It really does. Baking soda will fizz a little and freshen things mildly. Washing soda will actually lift what has bonded to the surface. It gets deep. You will also want white distilled vinegar, the plain kind, not apple cider, not anything flavored. A gallon jug runs about $3 at any grocery store. You likely already have it sitting in your cabinet. And you will want a stiff-bristled toilet brush, hot water from the tap, and about 30 minutes the first time you do this properly. That is your entire supply list. Simple as that. Under $10 total, and most of that you will use again many times over. Start with the tank. Let's get began. Take the lid off the back of your toilet and set it somewhere safe. Look inside. See what's going on. If you see a brownish or pinkish film on the walls, a gray crust near the water line, or any visible buildup on the flapper or the fill valve, that tank has been working against you for a while. Pour half a cup of washing soda directly into the tank water. Do not flush yet. Just let it sit. Let it sit for 20 minutes. Be patient. What is happening in that time is that the alkaline washing soda is softening the mineral deposits and beginning to break down the bacterial film on every surface it touches. After 20 minutes, flush once. That's the first step. The tank will refill and rinse itself. Let it do the work. You do not need to scrub inside the tank. Take a break. The washing soda does the loosening and the flush does the rinsing. Natural cleaning. Now move to the bowl itself. Step forward. Pour 1 full cup of white vinegar directly into the bowl. Let it spread around the sides and settle for 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. Then pour half a cup of washing soda in on top of it. Watch closely. You will see it fizz. That's the reaction. That reaction is doing 2 things at once. The fizzing action lifts debris physically off the surface while the chemistry of the washing soda goes to work on the mineral scale underneath. Let that sit for 15 minutes. Set your timer. Do not flush, do not stir it, just let it work, let it be. After 15 minutes, take your brush and scrub the entire bowl, under the rim first, because that is where the rim holes are and where buildup hides in the dark. Then down the sides, then across the drain opening at the bottom. Scrub it all. Scrub with real pressure, really work it in. You are not just spreading a cleaner around. You are working the loosened scale and organic matter off the surface so the flush can carry it away. Then flush. Watch it all go away. If the ring does not come off completely the first time, do not be discouraged and do not reach for something harsher. Repeat the process the following day. Tomorrow is a new start. A ring that has been building for months will not always surrender in one treatment. 2 or 3 applications over as many days will take care of what one cannot. Patience is part of the method. Just take a deep breath. For the drain at the base, the floor drain if you have one, or the toilet base drain, or pour half a cup of washing soda directly into the drain opening and follow it with a slow pour of hot tap water. Not boiling, hot from the tap is enough, and boiling water can stress older PVC pipe connections. Let it sit for 10 minutes, then flush with more warm water. Patience is key. The washing soda will loosen the organic matter sitting in the trap below, and the warm water will carry it through. Now, I want to be straight with you about this, because that matters more to me than making the method sound like more than it is. Washing soda will not fix a cracked toilet bowl. It won't repair physical damage. It will not reseat a wax ring that has failed at the base of the toilet. If you have water seeping out around the bottom of the toilet after flushing, that is a wax ring problem, and it needs a plumber or a handy person who knows how to reset a toilet. Washing soda will not clear a blocked sewer line. It's not a miracle cure. If your toilet is draining very slowly, no matter what you do, or if it is gurgling, or if other drains in your house are also slow, that is a deeper blockage and no powder on earth will clear it from the bowl end. What this method does, and does genuinely well, is maintain a clean system, remove mineral and bacterial buildup that has accumulated over time, and prevent the slow degradation that leads to those bigger problems. It is maintenance, not a miracle. The women in my family use simple alkaline materials to keep plumbing clean because they understood that a system maintained regularly rarely needs repair. That is the honest truth of it, and I would rather tell you what this will not do than have you find out the hard way. Used regularly, though, this is enough. And regular use is what we are going to talk about now. Regular is the word that changes everything here. A single treatment will clean what is built up. A habit will make sure it never builds up again, and that is where the real savings live. Once a week, pick any day, it does not matter which one, pour a quarter cup of washing soda into the bowl before bed. Do not flush it in just yet. Let it sit and settle for a while. Leave it overnight to work effectively. Swish it with the brush in the morning and flush. That is the whole weekly habit. It takes less than 2 minutes and it keeps the mineral scale from getting a foothold in the first place. No ring forms on the porcelain. No smell settles in the bathroom area. The bowl stays clean between deep scrubs because nothing has had time to bond to the surface. Once a month, do the full treatment, tank first, then the bowl with the vinegar and washing soda together, then the drain. Mark it on whatever calendar you keep. The first of the month, the last Sunday, any anchor you will remember. If you have hard water, and you will know you do because you see white crust around faucets and shower heads, do the full treatment every 3 weeks instead of every 4. Hard water lays down scale faster, and the more often you interrupt that process, the less work each treatment takes. For the rest of the bathroom while you are at it, the sink drain, the shower drain, washing soda works the same way. A quarter cup down each drain, followed by hot tap water every 2 weeks. Organic matter does not discriminate between your toilet trap and your shower trap. Keeping every drain clean with the same material and the same simple process means the whole bathroom stays fresher with almost no extra effort. 1 box of washing soda handles all of it for months. Let us talk about what this costs against what you have been spending. A box of washing soda that weighs 55 ounces runs about $4. Used at the amounts described here for the toilet, the tank, and the bathroom drains, that box will last the better part of 3 months for 1 bathroom. Call it roughly $1.50 a month. The white vinegar, a gallon jug, costs about $3 and will also last several months at a half cup per treatment. What does the cleaning aisle cost you? A blue tank tablet is used every month. A rim gel should be used every few weeks. A scrubbing powder for the bowl. A spray or 2 for the glass and mirrors. Averaged out, most households spend somewhere between $12 and $25 a month on bathroom cleaning products, and that is a conservative figure. Over a year, that is anywhere from $140 to $300 per bathroom in your family home, for results that, as you know from experience, are never quite right. And none of those products fix the tank. None of them address the drain trap consistently. None of them break down mineral scale at the source. They treat the visible surface and leave everything underneath untouched, and so the problem returns on schedule, and so you buy again. There is no conspiracy in that. No one is sitting in a boardroom laughing. It is simply that there is no profit in telling you to buy a $4 box of washing soda that lasts 3 months. The profit is in the monthly repurchase. The profit is in the problem returning again. A method that actually solves the problem and costs almost nothing is not something that gets shelf space or advertising. It does not generate a return visit to the store. And so it does not get passed along, and people keep buying what is in front of them and wondering why it never quite works. My grandmother would have recognized this immediately. She lived without the luxury of being able to buy the wrong thing twice. She kept the farmhouse privy clean, and later, when indoor plumbing came to the hollow, the bathroom, using what she had always used for everything that needed cleaning and deodorizing and maintaining. Wood ash from the fireplace was used back then. Washing soda was used for the grease and grime. White vinegar made from apple scraps. Salt was always on hand for the scrubbing. She did not think of these as substitutes for real cleaning products. They were the real cleaning products, the ones that had worked for the women before her and before them, and she saw no reason to change what was already working just because the store was selling something new in a pretty bottle. She told me once, I was young, maybe 9 or 10, following her through the house the way children do. She said that a clean home is not about what you buy. It is about what you understand. She meant that if you know why something gets dirty and how the dirt holds on, you will always know how to clean it. You do not need a new product. You need the right knowledge applied with some patience. I have thought about that more times than I can count. She was not a woman who spoke in lessons. She was just saying what was plainly true to her. But it has held up over every decade I have kept a home, and it holds up now. The women who raised me cleaned with what the land and the pantry provided, not because they were romantic about simplicity, but because they were practical about results. They kept things clean, dry, and maintained, not because it was a philosophy, but because a home that is not maintained becomes a problem, and problems cost more than prevention. That is as true now as it was then. The chemistry has not changed. Hard water still lays down scale. Bacteria still settle into rough surfaces. Organic matter still accumulates in traps. Washing soda still breaks all of it down for about $4 a box. What has changed is that nobody tells you this anymore. You do now, right this very moment, taking the first step towards a cleaner home. Go to your grocery store or hardware store and pick up 1 box of washing soda, sodium carbonate, plain, unscented, under $4 square, and 1 gallon of white distilled vinegar, if you do not already have it, which will cost you about $3. And 1 gallon of white distilled vinegar if you do not already have it, which will cost you about $3. That is your entire shopping list. 2 items, under $7. Bring them home and put them under the bathroom sink where you will see them. This weekend, do the full first treatment. Lid off the tank, half a cup of washing soda in, 20 minutes, 1 flush. Then the bowl. 1 cup of vinegar in first, 5 minutes, half a cup of washing soda on top, 15 minutes, scrub under the rim and down the sides, flush. Then the drain, half a cup of washing soda, slow pour of hot tap water, 10 minutes, rinse through. That is the whole sequence. Write it on a scrap of paper and set it on the back of the tank if you need to. The first time takes the most attention to get the process right. After that, it becomes as natural as anything else you do to keep a room clean. Starting the following week, the short version goes in on whatever night you choose. 1/4 cup of washing soda into the bowl, leave it overnight, brush and flush in the morning. The whole process takes just 2 minutes of your time. Do it every week to maintain that clean system. On the first of the following month, run the full treatment again. If your water is hard, move that monthly treatment to every 3 weeks. That is the whole system, simple and highly effective. 2 items, 2 minutes a week, 1 longer session a month. For the rest of the bathroom drains, sink, shower, 1/4 cup of washing soda down each one, followed by hot tap water every 2 weeks. Keep a small jar of washing soda on the shelf under the sink for easy access. A mason jar works perfectly, sealed with a lid to keep moisture out. Label it clearly if you share the house with anyone who might wonder what it is. Washing soda will pull moisture from the air if you leave the bag open, so a sealed jar keeps it dry and ready. That small habit, keeping the material close and accessible, is the difference between a system that holds and a good intention that fades out after a week. Now, I want to say something plainly before we finish here, because the toilet is almost beside the point. What we are really talking about is the difference between maintaining a home and reacting to a home. A toilet that is cleaned properly and regularly does not build up the ring that makes you reach for the harsh scrubbing powder. A tank that is treated monthly does not slowly degrade the bowl from the inside. A drain that is kept clear does not one day become the reason you call a plumber on a Saturday morning and spend $150 on something that a $4 box of powder would have prevented. The old homesteaders understood this at a level that went all the way through how they lived. Prevention was not a concept to them, it was just common sense. It was simply the natural way that you took care of things. My mother walked through the house the way a farmer walks a fence line, looking, checking, catching small things before they grew into large ones. She did not wait for a problem to announce itself before taking action. She kept ahead of it by being proactive every day. That is the knowledge that got lost when the cleaning aisle filled up with products that promised to fix things rather than prevent them. You cannot buy prevention off a store shelf. You can only practice it through small daily habits, and the practice is not hard once you get used to it. It is a quarter cup of washing soda and 2 minutes on a Tuesday night. If this has been useful to you, and I hope it has, go ahead and subscribe so you do not miss what comes next. There is more of this kind of thing, practical and plain and cheap, and none of it requires you to buy something expensive or complicated. And please leave me a detailed comment below. Tell me, has your toilet ever had a problem that no store-bought cleaner could touch? What did you try, and did anything actually work? I want to hear it, and I read every comment that comes in, every single one. The next thing worth knowing, and it connects directly to what we covered here, is what washing soda and white vinegar can do for the rest of your bathroom. The grout, the shower head clogged with mineral scale, the caulk line that has gone gray. The same $2 materials, a different application, results that will make you wonder what else has been sitting in your pantry all along waiting to be used right. Hard water does not stop at the toilet bowl. Neither does the simple fix we discussed. Take care of what is yours, the way the old women taught us. A little attention, a little patience, and the right thing applied at the right time. A home kept that way does not ask much of you, and it gives back more than you put in.